Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's webinar. If you can hear me and see the screen, please let me know under the meeting chat. Thank you very much. Before we start, anybody can help me out here by confirming? There's a meeting chat with Zoom. I believe after COVID, everybody is very familiar with Zoom. So under the meeting chat, let me know. Thank you very much. Sound, audio, good. Okay, thank you, Jeff. All right, so let's go, guys. Welcome again to tonight's webinar. It will really provide you with a great insight to how can you use a well-tested strategy and let it automatically trade for you using our platform. Okay, so let me just go about with my seminar. Just hang on, let me bring up the slides. Okay, now before we go into the main topic, let's do some warm-up first, okay, to see who are you and what are you doing and what is your trading experience. So from a scale of 0 to 10, 0 for new, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and so on, can you let me know what is your, okay, so anyone else, 0 new, 1 for 1 year, 2 year, and so on. I need more response, please, guys, come on. Don't just sit there and not participate, guys. I need your participation to make this webinar more interesting. Okay, otherwise it's going to be very boring for all of you, man. If I just sit here and talk, then you might as well go to my YouTube channel, right? Come on, I need more response. Thank you for those who have already responded. Those whose golden finger cannot type on the keyboard one, do help me out here. Just a number, please. Okay. Thank you very much. A few more have just replied. Those of you who still haven't warmed up, or maybe you are watching this on the way home in the traffic jam or on the train, okay, it's okay. So I hope throughout the webinar, when I poll you for stocks, you will participate, okay? Because I need your stocks to show you how it works. So if you don't tell me and don't give me a stock, then you not fun anymore, okay? So usually, what are the struggles for investors or traders in the stock market, guys, is this. They will not know what to buy, when to buy, and when to sell. Either they buy too late or they sell too early, right? That is the most frustrating part of trading for most people. And the other two common reasons from our experience is a lot of people actually do not have the time to learn, and because they are too busy with work and with life. Okay, so these are the struggles for most people. If you can relate to this, just give me a silent note. Okay, just give me a silent note. Okay, so why must we start to make more money now? Because of inflation, guys. The impact of 30K expenses, 30,000 expenses today, 10 years later, 20 years later, you will see that it will slowly climb up, just like your coffee. When we were 20 years ago, it was like 90 cents, 80 cents. Right now, it's really 150, 160. And then your saving. So if you think saving money can prepare you for retirement, then you are again dead wrong. The value of money can only get smaller because of the printing, quantitative easing, we call it. So your property, for example, right now you can see HDBs, private residentials are getting more and more expensive. And even the starting pay of fresh graduate is getting higher as compared to 20 years ago. So if you save $100,000 today, 20 years later, when it's time to retire, you will realize that the actual value of the money is only worth 56,000 in today's money, which means you cannot retire in peace. Probably you can, but you have to lead a very frugal life, frugal lifestyle. So I believe everybody here want to enjoy retirement. Am I right, guys? How many of you here want to enjoy retirement? Comment one for me. Instead of being frugal, I mean, you work 40 years, finally it's your time to retire. You don't want to cut back, right? You don't want to buy things into things. Want to have a very frugal lifestyle, cannot spend money, very poor thing, am I right, guys? Comment one if you think that, it's not worth it to lead a frugal retirement. Comment one for me. Okay, great. Okay, so let's continue. So all of us should start to learn how to make money while we sleep, which means to let our money work harder for us. This concept is made famous by Warren Buffett, none other than Warren Buffett. He says, if you cannot find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Okay, so this is a very grim reminder for every one of you who has been working hard all your years, all the time, and then your money is sitting inside the bank doing nothing. Okay, so it's time to put them to work. Now, there are many different ways to make money while you sleep, and these are the common ways. Okay, you can either own a lot of properties and you start to collect rents to pay the mortgage and so on. But in today's context, houses are becoming more and more expensive. Don't say buy two, even buy one, right? We are still servicing the mortgage. So collecting rent is out for most people. Okay, and dividends. To collect dividends, yes, but good companies, they don't come cheap. That means you can only collect maybe 3 to 5% of good dividend yield. Anything that is above 7, 8, 10, and above percent on dividends, yes, you can get a dividends for 1 year or 2 years, but usually this type of company has got problem. So 2 years, 3 years down the road, they may go belly up. Then your capital will be gone. Also, this is what we call the dividend trap. Right. Then the third way is to collect interest. Now, this is a very popular investment vehicle that a lot of people actually park their money in T-bills, in high-yield savings account. But those days are over. The interest rate is going to come down, and tonight at 2 a.m. Local time, Singapore time, Malaysia time, tonight is the night, okay, where it's going to start to cut interest rate. And you can see interest rate fixed D along the months has come down already. So collecting interest to help you make money while you sleep is also no longer viable. And the worst thing is because of the mediocre returns from these three methods, okay, they do not help you solve the immediate needs. Now, a lot of people right now, one single employment is supporting your whole family, okay? So this is the common burden, financial burden that a lot of people are having. Groceries, car loan, mortgage bills, insurance, utilities, tuitions, and so on. Okay, now, the scary thing here is if one day you are displaced from your job, that means your employer tells you that, sorry, we have to downsize, you lose your employment. Can you see that you no longer has the ability to service all this debt? Okay, so many people will turn to investment because this is the most easiest and accessible investment vehicle to start to make their money work for them. Okay, but trading for most people is not easy to learn and do. In fact, it is very common knowledge out there that most people will lose money trying. As much as 90% of people will lose money trying. So let's understand, why do they lose? Okay, now they lose because they are using their past experiences to buy back the same stock. They are using self-observation, 给强啊, 给强. And then sometimes their friends over lunch, over coffee will give them some stock tips. But when they buy, they will tell you lah. But when they sell, they don't inform you and you get trapped. Okay, or you base on your instincts. You think you are the Warren Buffett of the local market. You base on your instincts to invest. Okay, now these methods are not validated. They are often gut feel, and this is not a systematic approach, which usually will lead to losses. Okay, so what you need to do is to do a back testing. Okay, back test the strategy. So for example, if you back test your strategy, okay, there are only two outcomes. It's either going to be very good results or it's going to be bad results. So the answer is very obvious. If the backtest result is good, you can go ahead and use the strategy in peace. Okay? Knowing that it will work for you, you'll be able to make money. If the backtest result is bad, you know that if you continue to trade or invest like this, you are going to lose a lot of money. Okay, that is why backtest can help a lot of people. Now, let me give you one example of what do I mean by backtest. Now, these are two technical strategies. We call it the moving average strategy and then the Bollinger Band strategy. Okay, your total capital invested 2,000. Now, the moving average strategy gives you a return of positive 25% over 1 year, while your Bollinger Band, okay, gives you a negative return of 25% over 1 year, which results in positive for moving average and negative for Bollinger Band. So, if you do a backtest like this, immediately you will know that, okay, it is better to use the moving average strategy and you will discard using the Bollinger Band strategy, for example. Everybody understand? Understand? Comment 1 for me. This is one way to find out what strategy to use. Comment 1 for me, please. If you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Under the meeting chat, comment 1 for me. Now, those of you who have not back tested your strategy and you today is trading, investing, and you are struggling, now you know why. Okay, because your strategy has not been validated before. So how can you backtest? The next important thing, can you backtest? Now, how many of you want to learn how to backtest your strategy? Comment 2 for me. Comment 2 for me. If you want to learn how to backtest your strategy so that you can use in peace and knowing that it will work over time, comment 2 for me under the meeting chat. Okay, great. Some of you are still not responding because I have 47 of you here. For these, then I see that only a few people keep replying. Thank you very much for those of you who are replying. Okay, so let's continue. Now, you can leverage, okay, you can either spend thousands of dollars to go and learn coding, like go back to school again, or you can spend thousands of dollars trying to learn trading strategies, okay, or you can spend years to backtest those strategies that you learned, okay. By then, guys, maybe you already owe and you already lost interest, and perhaps age catch up with you, you no longer has the ability to risk your money for investment. So, i.e., spend too much time. Okay, so what we want to do is you want to use a reputable company, okay, who has a long history of industry experience, industry-wide customer. So instead of spending years and thousands of dollars to trying to backtest, okay, so what you can do, guys, is to let a reputable company help you backtest, who has a long history of industry experience, and their customers is inside the industry, so that the backtest result that is generated, you can trust. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to one such company. It is ChartNexus, which is the company where we are from. Okay, so this webinar is organized by ChartNexus. We have been around since 2004, and these are our broker partner. Those of you who are from Malaysia, from Singapore, you will recognize the big names over here. They are the local brokers. And recently, we are also working closely with Tiger Brokers and Tradia from US, Wall Street. Okay, so these are our broker partners. And these are the listed companies in Singapore and Malaysia that we work with to provide IT solutions for them. Guys, in 2004, when we first started this company, technical analysis is very new. So we came out with our own charting software. Okay, it is called the ChartNexus charting software. So this is how it looks like last time. I know it looks a bit of odd right now because everything has moved to web-based. So have we? This is a new version. Okay, this is how it looks like now. Okay, a web-based version. This was still a Java application that you need to install in your computer. So in 2004, we provided the chart for investors to open up the company's chart and then do their analysis to decide whether to buy the stocks. Then in 2006, because of the growth in popularity of technical analysis trading strategies, we created the stock screener. That means you will be able to mix and match different indicators to generate trading signal for your own trading. Okay, now in 2006, so fast forward 8 years later, 2014. Okay, this is where technology has advanced with more access into the ecosystem of the different exchanges. We've started to provide real-time stock signal. This is to help investors able to get timely entries and exits in the stock market. Okay, and throughout the years, we have been conducting seminars and workshops across the region, teaching people how to read chart so that they will be able to use our software, okay, effectively. However, despite all our good intention, there are still challenges for people to be able to trade and invest successfully. And why? Number one, they are not like us. We can do this full-time, but they cannot. Most of the clients, users, they are all full-time working. They cannot monitor the stock market. Am I right, guys? If this relates to you, comment 1 for me. You appreciate that, yeah, actually you are in this situation. You really know investment is the way to go, but you just cannot fork out the time to do it. Okay? And number 2, they've got no time because of work, because of family. By the time they are home, by the time they have time for themselves, they are dead tired. Simply no time to follow up with the training. Okay. Number 3, the inconsistency in applying the strategy. Sometimes they trade, sometimes they don't trade due to lack of time. Again, okay, that is why after some wins and losses, they develop a fear for market, lose until don't dare to trade anymore, and subsequently stay out of the market. So these are the common challenges. I think some of you, just by the show of the meeting chat, I can see some of you already can relate to this. Now, good news is in 2023, and that is late 2023, December, we have successfully developed our own full auto trading bots, okay, to take the trading away from all investors. Guys, so this is the platform that I'm going to introduce to you tonight that can help those of you who are struggling. Okay, that is a good news for you. So we call this the, sorry, I clicked too fast. We call it the automated capital growth. Okay, so basically, before I teach you how to use the platform, I need to show you what are the strategies inside and also the basis why the strategy will work. So I will go into the technical analysis part of the trading for you to for you to understand better. Okay, so if you want to make money in the stock market, this is the 3 directions that you must know. In the stock market, there are only 3 directions. Okay, the first one is called uptrend. Those of you who are savvy already, you will know this is uptrend. And then the second one is the sideways market. And the third one is called the downtrend. So at any one stage, the stock is either going to go in the uptrend or it's going to go sideways and it's going to go downtrend. Okay, now stocks going downtrend. Okay, let's talk about uptrend first. Okay, uptrend is the one that everybody should be looking for, because when stocks are going up, listen up, guys, because some of you may have lost money before. The reason is because you are not trading uptrending stocks. You are accidentally investing or trading in a sideways stock, or worse, in a downtrending stock. Now, downtrending stock is what I call a deceptive cheap stock. That means people will think that a stock fell from $2 to $1 is a good buy because it can go to $2. This is what they think. But there is a reason why a stock fell from $2 to $1. It could be the earnings problem. It could be the industry has some headwind, right? So that is why downtrending stock, please do not buy. All you need to do to make money in the stock market is to focus on uptrending stocks. Plenty of stocks on uptrend. So you just need to keep your eye out and look for them. Now, what about sideways stock? Now, sideways stock is what I call waste time. Okay, why? Because usually in the range, it will be 10 to 20%. So your profit potential, guys, if you buy a sideways stock, the resistance is likely to hold. So your profit potential is only limited to as big as the range is, probably 10%, probably 50% before it starts to decline again. But if you were to trade uptrending stock, that is how people make big money. Okay, like for example, Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, SFM, Oracle, so many, all of them are on uptrending stock. So all you need to do is to look for uptrending stock. Okay,